So I'm from Hungary, from a very little village. It's close to the Ukrainian borderline. It's still a very little village. There is only one street and approximately 500 people are living there. And now the village has become overrepresented by Roma. Let's say around 80% Roma are living there and 20% non-Roma. And one of the most underdeveloped area where this village is situated in Hungary. It's Eastern Hungary, and the quality of the education is really low level, and the employment rate is like 90%. So basically there are few people who are really working, the mayor and the people who are working in the mayor office, and that's it. All the others just doesn't have anything there. I was raised there as a child, and when I was 14 I went to the high school, which was the closest city actually to my village, 30 kilometers, but I was living in a dormitory. So basically I was already detached from my community and from my father and my mother and my two sisters. And I'm coming from a Romani families, and my mother and my father as well, that they are Roma. So to be Roma in European society, it means you are absolutely outcasted and you are marginalized, and you have no access to various public services. And certainly there are Roma who are like little bit much better or belong to the middle class, but that's a really tiny group of people. It was very tough, and in fact I think that was the first time when I really faced with the issue that I'm different from the others and I'm Roma. So there was this really awkward silence around me. So everybody knew that who am I, but we just never ever had any public and open discussion about it. And I think my teachers, they were not really able to handle these issues. And I really hated myself for that, so for being Roma and belong to this community. And I always tried to hide from my parents that we will have a parents meeting. And so it was a real identity crisis, but no one could not help me in that. So I had to overcome by myself alone. I mean, I started to discover my identity, or what does it mean. So I tried to, to change it and take advantage on the fact that I'm Roma. So you can't choose your identity, and you can't choose your parents, and you can't choose the place where you're going to be born. So I have to deal with that. So my identity definitely changed, but I really see that many young Roma who are not able to overcome on all this hard feeling that who are they and whom they belong to, then they try to hide it, even though they look like as Roma, and everybody perceives them as a Roma, but they just would not like to say that who they are. And certainly they have some identity crisis, and in order to avoid this kind of situation, I think it would be very important to establish a program, educational program, for Romani kids in the elementary school and even in the high school as well, just to strengthen their identity, strengthen their community feeling, and make them feel positive about their identity, and make them feel that they have a pride to be Roma and they don't have to be shy for that. So you can hardly see any Roma at the universities, even among the students, because if we can see the statistics, there's a representative survey in Hungary which was carried out in 2003, and according to that there is only 0.2% of the Romani children who are able to enter to university and colleges. So it's almost invisible, their presence at the higher level in the educational system. I really hope that somehow my work will help and pave the way for the next generation, and they don't have to face with those issues what I have to face in the educational system and also in the academia. I think I really much believe in that the young generation of Roma will be very motivated, and they will able to be integrated in even in various governmental offices as well as in European institutions, and they will push forward this cause.